Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a spring makeup look, and if you are somebody that doesn't really like bright eyeshadow or pastel eyeshadow and you want to do something neutral on your eyes but not the kind of neutral that you normally do, you want to go maybe a little cooler, a little bit lighter, but not typical spring eye makeup, then this look that I'm going to do today might be for you. I am going to incorporate some lighter, cooler shades as far as the lip product that I'm going to use goes, and the eye look is going to be a bit cooler in tone than what I would normally do. Anyway, let's just get started. The first thing I'm going to use is Milani Moisture Lock Lip Treatment Oil. I have two of these. I have the pomegranate and the coconut. And now that I've been using them for a long time, I don't think I would recommend these because they aren't as moisturizing as what I originally thought they were. But I want to use them up. I don't want to waste them. So I mean, it's an oil, so it is moisturizing, but I don't know. It doesn't. The end result, after it dries down, I just don't feel like it absorbs that well into my lips. Winter is over and the beginning of spring is here, but the after effects of winter are still with us because, it's still cold, still wearing long sleeves, furnace is still running, so we're still, even though it's spring, we're still battling winter issues, I think, with our skin, or most of us are. Okay, so just gonna let that seep in so that by the time I get to my lip product, I'll be all set. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna use on my face is my e.l.f. Eye Refresh, and this is just gonna add some moisture to the under eye area. So when I start putting products under there, the skin will be nice and moisturized. So that's just basically an under eye moisturizer. Then I'm going to use e.l.f. Mineral Primer in Clear. I love this primer, and I love it so much that when I was looking at the e.l.f. face primers the other day, they've got a ton of them out now. So I bought a different one. They have a hydrating one now. So when this is gone, I'm going to start using that, because I figured if I like this, I'll probably like that one even better. This is pretty hydrating too. Really easy to blend in and works well underneath any foundation. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is my under eye corrector, and there are different schools of thought when it comes to should you do corrector first or your foundation. I've tried it both ways, and I feel like it's better to do the corrector first. So I'm just going to put that right in the dark circle like that. And this is Femme Couture Get Flawless Skin Tone Corrector in pink. This is just what works good for me and my dark circles, but depending on your skin tone, you might want to go something more along the lines of peach. If you have medium skin tone, if you have dark skin tone, you could even use an orange. But for me and my fair skin, that's why I use a pink corrector. It just works for me. Okay, so for foundation today, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NW20. Still thinking about that Tarte. Just going to give this a shake. I'm still thinking about that Tarte foundation sample that I tried. And I really did, I loved the way my skin looked with that. So I don't know. I wanna I wanna get that foundation, but a little iffy because of the ingredients, skincare ingredients. All right, I'm gonna use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This is so nice for foundation. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of this on the back of my hand. Looks like it would be too yellow or too orange for me, doesn't it? But actually when it's blended in, it works well. MAC Studio Fix Fluid. People either love it or hate it. I happen to love it. I also like the smell of it, which I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, but I do. I love the smell of this. I don't know. It doesn't seem like familiar or anything. Like if I had to say, what does it smell like? It doesn't smell like anything else, but I just like it. This is, in case you've never used this before, I would say this is a full coverage foundation. You could make it medium just by using a little bit less, and then you can build it to full, whatever you want it to be. But it's pretty heavy though. It's definitely not a light foundation. Sometimes I take my foundation into my eye area and just use that as an eye base. So I think I'll do that today. Then I can skip a step. See, so that's actually a pretty good match for me. All right, now I'm gonna set just the dark circles with a powder, and I use Wet n Wild Take on the Day mattifying powder, and it's not drying under my eyes even though it has the word mattifying in the title. And it comes with a little makeup sponge, and I just use that and press it right into that dark circle. So it's going to set the concealer, but it's also going to give me a little more coverage for the dark circle. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is contour my face, and I use Faced Chocoalte Soleil Bronzer in medium to dark. I don't know who's using the light to medium, but I have very light skin. And I use medium to dark. I'm going to use my Real Techniques sculpting brush. This is so awesome for contouring your face. I actually prefer it over the one from the Bold Metals collection. I put it on first like this to apply it, and then I blend it by turning the brush sideways. And this blends into my skin so nice. And for blush today, I'm going to use Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre blush in a Purple Haze. And these are at Target if you're looking for these Wet n Wild Ombre blushes. So it's like a purple pink ombre. And for blush, I like using the Real Techniques buffing brush. And I usually just go right down the middle with this. And I go right above the contour product. I don't do the apples of the cheeks thing because I feel like when I do my blush this way, right over the contour, I don't know, I like the way it seamlessly blends together when I do face contour, blush, highlight. First time I ever tried doing that was, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and I was like, oh my god, I like this so much better than the way I used to do it. You gotta play around with different ways of doing things to find what works for you. For highlighter today, I'm going to use the Essence So Glow Cream to Powder Highlighter in Look on the Bright Side. This is a cream to powder, just like I said. So because it starts off as a cream, I like to use cream products a lot of times with my fingers. So I'm just going to swirl my ring finger in there and then dab this right in that area where I want the highlighter to be, and then blend it a little bit. You can get perfect placement by using your fingers. So this I found also at Target. And I just mentioned where I found it because I know that Target has some products that are exclusive to Target by Essence, and then Ulta sells Essence too, but I don't know who's got which products for sure. Alright, next I'm going to do a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Light, and I could probably have gone medium with this because this is super light, but actually for this time of year, light is probably better. And I'm going to use the Real Techniques blush brush for this. This is, to me, way better to use for bronzer than for blush. And this smells like pina coladas. I think that was a big part of the appeal for people. So I just go right on the perimeter of my face. And then right along the jawline. And then right in the middle under my chin. Alright, so bronzer is all set. Now for my eyes, I put foundation on my eye area so we don't have to do any kind of eyeshadow base or anything. The first thing I'm going to do is highlight, brow bone highlight. And I'm going to use a Milani Bella Eyes single eyeshadow. And part of the reason why I wanted to use this today, oh, this is in the color Chiffon. Let me show you it before I finish my thought there. So that's Chiffon. This is going to be my brow bone highlight. Part of the reason why I wanted to use this today is I was so shocked. I went into Dollar Tree the other day and they had these at Dollar Tree. And I was like, are you kidding me? They're discontinuing these already? Doesn't it feel like these just came out? I remember searching every CVS in the world trying to find every color, and I guess they're going bye-bye, probably because of those new eyeshadow palettes that Milani just came out with, because stores don't have room to keep every product by every company. So if you didn't buy any of these when they were part of the permanent line, they're at Dollar Tree. I strongly advise picking some up if you don't have any, because they are gorgeous and such a nice formula. I mean, how pretty is that? So I'm just going to do that as a brow bone highlight with my finger. And I'm also going to put some of that right in the corner, right in the inner corner with my finger. Sometimes I use a brush But honestly, sometimes you can get even better placement just by using your ring finger. I mean, look at that. It looks like I very meticulously took a brush. Sometimes it's just way easier to use your fingers. So that's Milani Bella Eyes in Chiffon. And then I'm going to do my crease work next. And I'm going to use Urban Decay Mushroom. I have the eyeshadow single. Hey, does anybody hate the packaging on the Urban Decay singles? They come in these big, bulky, metal, plastic hybrid things, and then that comes in like a chunky metal container. I hate them. I hate the packaging. And I have this in one of those build your own palettes, and I just took it out of the palette to make it easier to use for the video. It goes right in that slot right there. But yeah, I hate the packaging on these. And I would love to depot all my Urban Decay single eyeshadows, but I don't know. That looks really dangerous. I mean, what I mean by that is to do that without damaging it would probably be really tough. I'm going to have to Google that sometime and see if anybody's ever done that, successfully depotted Urban Decay singles without damaging them. Alright, I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush, and the writing has worn off of this, so I don't know the name of this one, but this is from the starter kit for eyes, I think it's called. So I'm going to use this with Urban Decay Mushroom in the crease. Okay, for a lid shade, I'm going to go into this Zoeva En Taupe palette, and this is available on Zoeva's website. You can't get it in any stores in the United States. I'm going to use the shade Wrapped in Silk, which is this one right here. And I'm going to use my ring finger to apply this right on the lids. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Urban Decay Mushroom with a Zoeva small pencil brush. I'm going to put some of that right along the lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going to take a concealer brush and I'm going to blend out this crease color a little bit. This is just like a fast way of doing a lot of blending using this type of brush on the eyes. If I use a typical eye brush, it's just going to take a lot longer. This is a Sephora concealer brush. All right, that's better. Okay, now I'm going to use Essence Smoky 2-in-1 Kohl liner in Smoky Black. And I found this at Target too. And I'm going to do my tight line. And I'm going to go sort of in between my waterline and my lower lash line. Okay, I need some Q-tips, and I didn't bring any out with me, so I'm gonna have to go get some of those. Yeah, if you ever have like a little too much eyeliner in one spot, just wet a Q-tip, and if you do it right away before it dries, you can just like erase any little smudges with Q-tips. Yeah, it's a good thing to have handy. Okay, on my lower lashes, I'm going to use Revlon Ultimate All-in-One Mascara. This is the perfect mascara to use on your lower lashes because it's got this little tiny brush. I have tried using it on my top lashes too, but yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I can really deposit enough product with the wand on the top lashes, so I've been just using this on the bottom lashes. But this is perfect because if you try to use your regular mascara on your bottom lashes, a lot of times it smudges. So this is perfect. So on my top lashes, I'm going to use Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. Because the wand on this is pretty big, so it's kind of hard to do your lower lashes with it. Okay, for my brows, I'm going to use NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. And then just flip it around and use the spoolie on the other side to blend a little bit. Okay, next I'm going to use this Jordana lip liner that I talked about in my recent lip liner video in Silver Lilac. This is discontinued, but what I'm going to do is every time I use this liner, I'm going to put Jordana Silver Lilac as a tag for the video. I'm going to harass Jordana to try to bring this back because, yeah, like I was saying in that video, the only other thing that's close to this is NARS El Agua, and not everybody wants to spend that much for a lip liner. So I'm just going to keep talking about it till Jordana brings it back. If anybody knows of a good substitute for this, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Especially with spring and summer coming, maybe some company will come out with a liner similar to this color. And for a lip product today, I'm going to use a Burt's Bees lipstick in Tulip Tide. This is number 515. If you haven't tried these yet, this is a really, really nice formula lipstick. And this is perfect, a perfect shade for spring. Sort of a purpley pink or a pinky purple. Yeah, they're nice and creamy and a little bit moisturizing. Really nice lipstick. I have, I think I have 3 of these. Yeah, I think I have 3 shades of this. But very, very nice formula. So I guess that is it. This is my spring makeup look for people who don't want to do pastels on their eyes. Or have you seen some of the trends that are in the magazines for spring? Everywhere I look is like shocking blue, deep eyeshadow. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly. I don't think most people are gonna want to do that. I think that maybe a liner, a bright blue eyeliner might look pretty with, you know, an overall eye look, but I don't think most people are gonna wear those bright blue eyeshadows that they're trying to shove down our throats. Sometimes you gotta make your own trends and do what you're comfortable with. Alright, so that's it for today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.